What's going on, everybody? Let's see what we got. Yes, sir, we're live. We got YouTube. We got Twitch. Something interesting going on with my mic. Sounds like it's only coming out the right side. That's... whatever. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Got a big episode this week. Good to see everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's get it going. We live. Producer of the week, the man himself, T. Lanky. We got Basement here. Yes, sir. How's everybody's week? Jump in that chat. Yo, Mitch, what's up, my guy? My guy. Let me get on my, how we doing? How we doing? We got a few people in here. Trevor, this beat is hard. Your beats are going crazier and crazier. But yeah, so as you know, we got a very special guest today, well known around Louisville, artist, singer, rapper, BRXTN. We got a lot to talk about with him. A lot of opportunities he's had, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a whole journey. It's gonna be really, really cool to tap in with him. What's everybody been up to though? Let me pull up that chat again. I need to bring it on the intro screen. Mitch says, Fuego. Yeah, this is pretty fire. Trevor's always had hard beats. I think I say that every show. Hey. So I started back at Amazon again this week. They finally got my, it was a whole ordeal. That job is tiring. In and out the truck. But hey, I'm off today and tomorrow, so you already know. Really just been chilling, getting ready for this interview. It's gonna be a classic. Yeah, man. So, while we're getting started here, let me kind of just give y'all some background on Braxton. I mean, I don't want to say too much before the interview starts, but so Braxton is a singer, R&B singer, rapper. Not to, you know, put him in a box or anything, but here in Louisville, and I've known him really ever since I started interning at a studio here called 400. He was around recording, but he had been recording for a few years. I'm not sure the exact year that he started, but it was, I'm not sure, it might have been like 2014, 2015, but I met him in 2017. And he was around recording, thought it was dope. I was sitting in with the engineer, learning how to get him to sound good. And Braxton's really gone up from there, seriously. I mean, he's got a really good following around Louisville. He's got some dope features. I know he did something with Smoke DZA. Smoke DZA does a lot with Currency, Wiz Khalifa. They call him the Kush God. And not just that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. He just put out his newest album, Computed Emotion. He's got a new single. We're going to talk about all of it, but he's a super cool guy. We got to meet up and take some pictures. I know he's done some cool shows, and I know he did one in Rupp Arena, something like that. We'll have to talk about it, but I got a list of questions for him, and it's going to be we're really thankful to know him and have this relationship because he's a very cool guy, and we're going to see what all he's got to say. So Trevor, thank you for the hard beats, and let's get it going here. See what Braxton's got to tell us today. What's up, everybody in the chat? Yo, yo, yo.
What's good, man?
What's up? How you doing?
1 second. Grabbing my headphones,
Oh,
getting
you
locked
good?
in with y'all.
Yeah, you good?
Oh yeah, I'm in here. What's going
Hey,
on, Brody?
hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm blessed to see another day, man. Glad to be with y'all. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Absolutely. I'm glad we could get you on here, bro. So,
For sure.
you tell us really, some basic stuff about yourself, bro. What's your background here in Louisville? Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to school? And, just some simple things like that.
Nah, for sure. I actually didn't come to Louisville until 2013. I got a full ride scholarship to U of L. Came up here, but I moved here from Ashland, which is still here in the state of Kentucky. I went
Hmm.
to high school there for a few years. Really, I would say I grew up more in the northern Kentucky area. That's where I went to like elementary and middle school. First couple years of high school and all that, but bounced around. Parents split up, so I'm just an overall like KY kid. I'm from all over Kentucky for real, but I've been in Louisville the last 7 years, just doing the music thing and
Yeah.
did what I did the schoolboy thing for a little bit, but now we just hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to make it come true.
Yeah, so I kind of gave everybody kind of just a little rundown on who you are, kind of what you do, but tell us a little more exactly what it is that you do.
As far as like musically, man, I definitely consider myself like like a hybrid artist. I make a lot of hip hop and R&B. I'm an artist that really tries to put a lot of substance in his music. At the end of the day, a lot of like pop influence in my music. Like I said, heavy R&B, but really all across the board, man. I'm just a real diverse guy, and I feel like that's translated through my music. And I'm just really trying to push like a positive message to people, through art.
Yeah. So when did you first get started really? I couldn't remember if it was like I don't know, I can't remember. When you
Like,
really first started recording yourself and kind of
oh
realizing that
yeah,
you had talent.
yeah. I started, doing like little demos of myself whenever I was probably like 14 or 15, sometime around the early years of high school, because I specifically remember a lot of that went down in my grandmother's house. So that's when like, right after my
Hey.
parents, yeah, it was like right after my parents had split up for real.
Mm.
And I moved in with my grandma, and I got like a little plug-in mic, and I had a little laptop for school, and just download. I don't even remember what software it was, but I just downloaded some software and just started just cutting myself, like I said, as far as tracking out. And I kind of think, looking back on it now and talking about it, that was probably just a way for me to like cope with a lot of the stuff I was going through, whether I
Yeah.
knew it or not. And then the passion came from that. And then, yeah, we just kind of kept going. But yeah.
So talk about a lot of the artists I've had on here kind of had the same when they first started recording. Talk about the plug-in mics and the first setup, like
Yeah,
what.
bro. I mean, shit, you got to start somewhere, and that's
Mm.
normally where it starts. I mean, especially like not, of course, knowing about, all the different levels of hardware and equipment that's out there to do that. You just kind of go, I got homies that one of my friends started out on a mic that you use for the game GarageBand. So it's like,
Yeah.
people just kind of get it however, and then, it all grows.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I remember my first setup when I really had my first setup when I before I went to college back in like
Yeah.
2016, and it was like when I was in my dorm, and it was
See what I'm
like a
saying?
pair
That
of.
was me too, man.
Yeah,
That was me
exactly.
too. You can ask some of the homies, bro. Actually, a song on my first project, the For Now EP, Strong, was recorded right in my dorm room. Anybody
Really?
that's gone to, yeah, anybody that has gone or is going to the University of Louisville, my dorm room was in Curtis Hall, 3066. So if
Uh-oh.
I ever pop and you got that room,
You got,
just know
yeah.
that room inspires greatness, bro. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I do want to talk about some of your earlier projects and stuff, but what really got you into music, and like what's your some of your inspirations really like?
What really got me into music, I think it was really just like my parents, like growing up, just even like from a young age, between I had like grandparents that was really into church, so I was really hearing a lot of gospel music whenever I was like on the weekends with my grandparents, and then during the week it was everything from Tupac, Jay-Z, all the
Mm.
way across the board to
Yeah.
I'm talking about like Metallica, bro. Like my dad listens to rock music. You know what I'm saying? Like where I come from back in Ashland is like it's a real small town, you know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, it's like kind of like a melting pot for like culture. But like at the end of the day, it's like you got your black people, your white people, but everybody's listening and kind of mixing up vibes. So I was listening to a little bit of everything, bro. And then from there, I kind of just took more to like the hip hop, of course, and then my mom like listened to a lot of like Whitney Houston, just
Oh
all the
yeah.
like R&B, cream of the crop in that lane. So I was just all over the place, but I always like had a good ear for like melodies and stuff like that. So I don't
Yeah.
know, it just kind of started at a young age.
Yeah, the influence that your parents have you on you. A lot of people that really who are into
Right.
music will say that their parents, like what they were listening to was like inspiring them, and it's
I mean,
just
I
what.
feel like it's kind of like,
Yeah, the dang it, it was important to me. It was going off of what you just said about. Well, I'll think of it. But so
yeah, you're good.
who. So as far as like, oh, I was just gonna say what it was. I've been listening recently to like a lot of Tupac and like older Jay-Z and like the
Yeah,
the blueprint and the just the
that's where I,
beats that like Kanye
that's what I
made for
listen
him
to.
and stuff like that, and more on like
At
the
the end of the day, it just had a lot more soul in it,
yeah.
to me. But definitely, yeah. Still to this day, like you said, like the Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt, as far as like Jay-Z goes, like I still listen to those albums. I mean, those are on, heavy play when I'm in the gym or just riding around. I don't know. I just like to keep what I'm listening to as locked into like what I know is like GOAT status, if that makes sense. Like Tupac,
Oh yeah.
Jay-Z, the Drakes. I really like the new Big Sean album was cool,
Oh,
but
me too.
I really
Yeah.
just stick to like, my prime suspects and then focus on my own craft when it comes to like what I listen to bubble.
Yeah, that new Big Sean album's good. He did a really good job for
Definitely,
having
definitely.
been gone for like 3 years almost. It was I was impressed. He did a good job.
Yeah, I thought he had to come back strong, and I think he did that for sure.
Plus, he got that verse with Nipsey or from Nipsey.
Right, that was crazy. I
You
wasn't
know,
even expecting that. Yeah,
right?
that was lit. That was lit.
Yeah. So, what about any as far as people who you listen to? Any local talent that you're listening to that's inspiring you, or that you're hearing that you're like, man, like this is important, or like I'm gonna reach out to them, or anything like that. Like who you listening to locally?
Yeah, who I listen to, I like Mars a lot,
Oh
the
yeah.
female singer. I think she just got signed actually. I really like her music. I just was in the studio with a young dude named Christian Dior, and he's kind of like in the
Cool.
same
Oh
lane as me, like he raps and sings, but I really like his sound. I haven't listened to like a lot of his music as much as I like, but just off hearing what we did and just his vibe, like that's definitely somebody I'm gonna keep my eye on. But
right.
for real, like when it comes to just like locally, I really like try to keep my eye on like everybody, like from across all lanes, just from like being like a competitor, but also just like wanting to show love to what's hot. If I had to name like two, three, four of like I said, Christian, Mars, Mark Panero, I listen to him a lot. I've done work with him.
Yeah.
Uh, every time someone asks me questions like this, I know so many people in Louisville because like I'm just cool with everybody. But just like, bro, the whole Louisville scene right now is lit. To be honest, I think if you haven't really tapped in, you should. And if you like are tapped in, then like there's a lot of hot people coming up, bro. Like Louisville's on fire.
Yeah, dude. Definitely. So we got some people here in the chat. Looks like, is it Craig Trotter? You know him?
Yeah, no, that's my homie Stallion. Yeah, man,
Yeah, yeah. He
that's my
says,
brother. That's my
yeah.
DJ. That's my dog. Yeah, I told him to tune in. So what up, boy?
Wesley Johnson says that's my
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I
I
got the
figured
whole
that.
family.
Yeah, I figured
You
that was your
know it.
mom. And then
Yeah,
somebody, Psych Tune.
that's my dog Akeem,
Yeah,
man. That's my substream brother.
yeah. I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Had to.
If it looks like we're kind of having some. The stream might be a little choppy. I think it's my internet here in the basement. But if it gets worse, just let me know in the chat. But so what? So you've been in Louisville for 7 years, and you're making music. You're hearing different people. Well, describe your creative process. What do you do?
Uh, yeah, like my creative process, man, is really like here lately. I've just been trying to network a lot more like locally as far as the production side of things go and who I'm going to for beats. But my last birthday, I got a little studio set, just like getting my ideas together has been going on here at home, especially with Corona and stuff going on. But beyond that, bro, like I just kind of sift around for beats, whether it still be on like YouTube, certain beat websites or just like the homies I know. And if
Yeah,
it's, a vibe that I can catch, then I normally just go on it. But I also got a lot of like real people around me that'll let me know like, if something's worth putting out to the world, or something's just all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I got people
So you
around me
need
that
that
keep me
input that'll give people
yeah,
that'll give you.
always,
Yeah,
always, and a lot of those people I'm talking about aren't even like the homies I talk to every day. These are just like older cats, or the producers themselves. You know what I'm saying? Just people who I can trust to give me like an honest feedback. I don't like none of that like yes man shit. So yeah, but other than that, man, a lot of the process just happens right here at the crib. I haven't really been like writing as much. I've been doing more so like freestyling in a sense, but I still kind of have like a method to that. Like I don't just be throwing bars out and hoping for the best, but just kind of like letting shit flow, bro, and trying to be as honest and transparent, on record as possible. But it just flows, bro.
absolutely. All right, cool. It looks like our stream is back up straight, so
Cool,
thank
cool.
God. But yeah, dude, that's I don't know what was going on with that. Yeah, that's the input. The especially if you can have, I mean, at least one person, but a whole group that is able to give you feedback. Like, but it's somebody that'll tell you like if it's not good, they're gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And like,
like
but if it
definitely,
is, of
definitely.
course, But that is important, especially as an artist, bro. You gotta have that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want nobody just gonna tell you to keep going down the dark, not a dark path, but if there's something else you could do to make something better, you definitely want to know. Put it
Right.
that way.
So now you spoke earlier about you were in the dorm room. The first, what was your first project called? The
The
For now.
For now EP, yeah, For
So
Now
speak about some of those earlier projects and what that was like, and like where were you recording? Just speak about what were some of the messages in it, and like how you kind of got started with them.
Yeah, shoot. I got started, like I said, I met a couple homies my freshman year of college, and they were kind of like heavy into the music already. My homie Kels, I think he's out in Cali right now doing this thing with the Mafia Soul Records. I met him. My homie Malachi, he's out
Mm,
in New York now doing his thing. So
yep.
like I just met some homies that were real into it already, and I had kind of like my raw talent. So just being around some more polished guys, you know what I'm saying? I started, developing my own skill set, kind of like I said, just living life, being a young dude. I think my freshman year I was like 17. I wasn't even 18. So I just kind of like bundled up all the experience I had like through high school for real, like the back end of high school, start college and all of that, and just found some beats, made some beats, and just kind of started putting songs together. Like, but what was crazy to me was like from jump, I always had an ear for melodies. I always had a real good keen, like I was real keen with like song structure. So like, yeah, I don't know, it just all kind of came together naturally. Like once I got started, but as far as like what inspired it and all that, it was just life, bro, and that's still what it is today. Like it's whatever I was going through. And
Yeah.
messages, just being positive still. Like I had a record on there called Lay Low, Stay Low, and that was basically like, what I'm saying, just talking about being a kid who's balancing, life, going to school, chasing a dream, you know what I'm saying, and just how to balance it all and still kind of, you know, maintain that poise and come up on top. So everything's always kind of like connected and has a sense of substance, like I said earlier.
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick on my screen. One of your songs that I heard from your earlier projects was
Yeah.
called West West off of the
Yeah.
48.
Hours in
Okay,
LA.
yeah,
Yeah.
48 hours in LA. That's exactly what it
We
was. Let me
really
pull
did
it up
that.
here. That
Yeah,
when
we really
I don't
went
know, I
out to
just really
LA.
like it. Like I just like that. But like what was that? So you were spent some time in LA. It sounds like you spent 2 days there.
Well, nah, we didn't only spend. We spent a week there. Trotter was there. The homie Stallion that's in the chat. I don't know if he's still there, but he was there with me, man. We went out to North Hollywood for
Yep.
like a week, and I booked 3 10-hour studio sessions, and they were all like back to back to back. So right there, so I did all those songs within that time period, and it was all just kind of a bundle up of what I was, dealing with back in Louisville, and then also just like capturing the energy of like me being out in LA, in Cali for the first time, like, but doing it like, for the sake of the dream and all of that. So that was kind of like that story that we put together. But West West was like just a turn up song. I literally wrote that on the plane on the way out there. So it was pretty sick.
Yeah, dude. It's a good song.
Yeah. Can you
So
see me?
you've got these projects, and then the new, well, I guess I could say, so you're starting to get noticed, right? And you're getting a little buzz, and
Yeah, definitely.
you're
This
working
is
with.
around the time. Yeah, it's around the time too. We ended up. somehow I forget all the background, but we ended up opening up Amigos. I think right when we came back from that trip. So yeah, bro, the buzz was lit. Yeah, the buzz was lit.
Yeah. Now talk about your experience working with Matt Mock.
Yeah, he came about whenever I had started working with this one studio called 400. And he was just a dope like essentially he's a producer, but he had ended up doing like some audio work for me too, tracking me out, like some engineer work. And then we ended up doing some work out of his crib for a little bit, but we came up with a song called High Road that
Mm-hmm.
still to this day I actually get a lot of you know what I'm saying, I still get a lot of feedback about whenever people stumble upon it. And it's really probably a record that like will some at some point get put out again on like a super major level, because that's just like a good like life
It's
song.
so
It's a,
original, man.
yeah, exactly. It's just like a crossover record. It's not just rap. It's not. It's just a good song. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
that's one of them songs that like I can like I said, just lean back and smile about, because at the end of the day, like I'm not saying it's not hard to make a good rap song, or it's not hard to make a good R&B song, but it is hard to make a song that could capture anybody. You know what I'm saying? And those are the type of songs that I like to make and write. So he's good at doing that for me. Like we had some other songs, like I said, we did a lot of work in a short span of time, but High Road is the record we put out. And like I said, one day here, probably the next, I don't know, I got a lot of plans, just on the back burner, but here one day soon, that song's definitely gonna get put on this right platform for sure.
Yeah, man. Um, we got a question here from, man, I need to, the My Rap Book podcast. You know about them? You ever heard of them?
Yes, I do, man. They show me a lot of love, man. Like that's a mainly I think they may have a website, don't get me wrong, I don't know all the background, but they're just a really dope platform on Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow them. But
Yeah.
they just be posting a lot of hip hop culture content. They definitely be helping promote me. They just be showing love to the culture, bro. So my rap book podcast, man, definitely tap in with them.
Yeah, they asked, does the rap scene in Kentucky provide you with enough content to attract a bigger market like New York or LA?
As far as do they provide me with enough content? As far as like, I guess if they're talking about the context of like having the resources to produce enough content, yeah, I feel like there's plenty of people here that have the tools to, you know what I'm saying, produce like high quality content of all different, media types, whether it's videos, the studios here are only getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I mean, for being real, I mean, I feel like the local chatter is always like Louisville's growing, Louisville's that next spot, or just Kentucky in general, really between the Louisville and Lexington little pipeline. I think we pretty much could do whatever we want to do. I think what we're lacking is like certain level of business savvy across just the whole scene itself, from venues to indie labels to everything that everybody's got going on. I think just having a little more, sense of just business savvy and how to really make it make sense to do it
Mm-hmm.
on a LA or a New York level, because you talking about markets that's where the labels are. That's where, you know what I'm saying? Those are just
Yeah.
like the prime time spots. But Louisville definitely has the prime time talent, and I'm not just talking about artists. Like I said, I'm talking about videos, the engineering. Hell, there's just a lot going on here. Period. So yeah, I don't feel like it's lacking at all.
Oh no, absolutely not. Definitely, yeah. The scene here, especially, I mean, like you said, really all content, but I know especially from a music standpoint, the producers, the studios, the engineers are very abundant, man. Like, and
Yeah,
they're only
facts.
getting better, like you said.
I mean, you could even look at. I mean, if we're talking about just what's pop. I mean, even a homie like Jack Harlow, like he popped in Atlanta, but as far as just like his crew and all that, I mean, that was just a whole like Louisville thing. You know what I'm saying? Everything, his videos, all that. And if it wasn't Louisville, everybody was from the state. So like I said, that Louisville Lexington pipeline, and then hell, even if you dip across the bridge to Indiana now, there's people that, hey, it's out here, bro. Like this whole region's cold.
Yeah, man. So you're talking about the indie labels. Tell us about Substream, right? Is that was the label you were with, Substream?
Yeah, yeah, Substream. Yeah, that's a small label I was just working with to put out a couple singles, and then my latest project, Computed Emotion, that came out in March, available on Spotify, of course, Apple Music, all of that. But they're just a really dope, small, independent label. They're based out of Findlay, Ohio, right now. But yeah, they had just kind of the homie Akeem had reached out to me. Don't be now, but like some time ago, and we started networking through Instagram for a while, and then I'd everything was love. They like to hook up on a partnership level, and they put me with some dope producers and things like that. Overall, they helped push me and kind of get me on some different platforms and show me a different side of things because I've been indie for my entire career, so dealing with a
Right.
label, but still at a small scale enough to have like a real ability to communicate my vision and what I was trying to do was dope. And yeah, I mean, it was some learning lessons, but at the end of the day, like it was good for me to get in there, get that experience dealing with just a bigger entity overall, and just kind of seeing how things move in that realm of the game. And yeah, it was dope. We made some dope music, we made some dope moves.
Yeah. Cool. So now Gabrielle, wasn't she your manager or a manager over there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She was my manager under her business LLC, Nico Creative, for a little bit. Things were going cool, you know what I'm saying? But just at the time, I was really dealing with Substream and just the way that things were moving at that point in time. It just really wasn't a lot of movement going on. It was like right at the cusp of when like Corona was becoming like a real thing and all of that. So nothing was really going on, and I felt like my brand wasn't quite honestly where I thought it was as far as just like what I was going to have coming in. Like it wasn't basically, to be frank, it was what I had going on.
Right.
And then she had a personal life too. We all still working, trying to keep life in order. So I was just like, let me just kind of relieve you of this for now and stuff for my vision because I'm a really big visionary and I was kind of going through some transitions anyway, kind of seeing things through a different lens, looking at how I wanted to kind of redirect everything I was doing, just from a brand perspective, life perspective. And yeah, it was just like, like a mutual party. But that's still the homie. Like we still talk and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
still the homie.
Yeah. I had to for a school project. I took an artist management class, and we had to
Yeah.
reach out to somebody who was a manager.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Is that what we had talked about?
yeah, yeah. And oh,
Cool.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dope.
because I talked to you about, yeah, and so I had to reach out to her and interview her, and that was pretty cool. She was
Right.
really cool.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's super dope.
So I do want to talk about your now. You have a single with Smoke Dizza, don't you? Smoke DZA,
Yeah,
the Kush
yeah,
God, right?
yeah. Yeah, it's called it's called Smoke. It's called Smoke.
How'd that come about?
For real, that was just an honest, like I said, that was like one of them learning lessons, just seeing how things can kind of move whenever to connect. I don't remember if it was just like the management or long story short, they just had to connect to get the feature. And we had, apparently it was in the budget for it. And they asked me if I was cool with it. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was straight. But I'll be honest, I definitely expected there to be a bigger push behind it. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was just on timing or, the camps on both sides not having, you know what I'm saying, everything transparent and lined up. But it was dope to, you know what I'm saying, have a record out there with somebody who's been in the game and somebody
Oh
who's,
yeah,
been doing this thing. But, what I mean, it was sick. But that was just like a real true like label move, bro. They was like, yo, we can get one from him. You want to do it? I was like, shit, yeah.
of course,
I
yeah,
wasn't really like in love with the song, so I wasn't like too, just kind of like, yeah, let's see what this will do with it. You know what I mean? So, whatever.
right. So now? Can you tell us a little bit more about that feeling where you thought it might have deserved a little more push, or not necessarily? I mean, yeah, I guess you
Yeah,
could say deserve, but like you're with a label now, and you kind of feel like
yeah.
it wasn't,
I'm
you
I
know.
don't know, cause like at the end of the day, I'm also like one of them dudes that I put everything like I take a lot of what I'm saying. I just look myself in the mirror and stuff. So it's not that I necessarily feel like it deserved a bigger push. I guess like I was saying, I felt like there could have been more communication between all parties to just at least ensure that when the song drops, what I'm saying, it kind of just came out the blue. To be real, like I didn't
Really?
even know it was like one of the mornings you just wake up with a new song on Spotify. So like it was just like a real
That's
like I
kind of
don't know,
cool.
it just like it kind of like fell through the cracks. I'll put it that way. But I mean, yeah, from an artist perspective, you're mad, but from also like just a realistic business perspective, like Amazon packages don't show up every day on time. You know what I'm saying? People be mad about like it's just business, bro. Like it happens, whatever. You didn't know. This is what comes with not having full control of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
also, though, you see, like, whenever I put out the match remix, which was also with two of my label mates at the time. When everybody was on the same page, we did almost a quarter million streams and did 100,000 in a
Yeah.
month. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of them situations like you coming down on the fast break, you throw a nice bounce pass, and your homie might slip and bobble it one time. But you know, the
Right.
last three times he finished. So, it's like being on the team. It happens. But every song, you know what I'm saying? Every song after that, did well. Like I said, the match remix did really well. I put out a couple of other singles. They all hit like 20K, 30K, which for me at the time, leading up to that, I had no Spotify presence really at all. So I mean, yeah, like they did a lot of things that kind of help me in places that were lacking, but also like sharpen me up in places that like, on the business side too,
Yeah, definitely. Now,
for
so
sure.
you said the match remix was doing a quarter of a mil streams.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't know where it's at now, but it's like close to 200,000, 250. It's in that range now. But we did 100,000 first month, and it's just then whoever was listening to it, we hit a couple nice playlists. You know how that Spotify shit go. But we hit a couple nice playlists, and whoever was listening to it from there, like that's still my top. I ain't checked it in a minute, but it's been my top streaming record for like since it came out. Other than like Broadway, which that's an old joint. Like a lot of like my
Yeah, yeah,
catalog music is still in the mix, but that match remix was definitely like, yeah, that was like the right hook for the last year. And now we
yeah.
about to start pushing Palace like to a whole other level too. We
Now,
about to
who's
put
this
Palace
guy?
live.
Is it Fade?
Oh yeah, that's my homie. He's on the match remix.
Yeah,
He's one of
yeah.
my yeah. That's what that was. Well, that's my dog, but he was my label mate too. He's got some
Okay,
crazy
so
music out there. He's
yeah,
doing a lot in a lot of different lanes too, man. I don't want to fuck up the brand, but Faye, drop your brand for the fitness products and all that, the pre-workout stuff. Put that in the comments, bro, because I don't want to mess up the brand. But yeah, he's doing a lot, bro. From music to the fitness industry. Homie's a boss. I actually learned a lot from him just watching him and just an overall dude. Like he's a really good energy. So tap in with Faye. PH the numeral 4DE. Let's type that shit in on Spotify.
absolutely, bro. So it's funny you were talking about your song Broadway. You and Jack just got a thing for naming songs after these streets in Louisville.
What happened?
You know,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah, Jack and naming shit, like Eastern Parkway and
yeah.
all that.
Yeah. I just think
Bro,
that's.
hey, I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing people doing that, but when Broadway came out, so I ain't gonna hold you. I
Oh
don't
no,
know who
no,
did it
no. I'm
first.
not saying. Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
absolutely.
saying that's
That
why I
it's
was
a
like,
because
it's a
everybody like.
thing.
Yeah, no, it's a
Yeah,
that's
but I
it.
do be seeing like people doing it a lot more just in general though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I be
no,
like,
because
you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
if
But the
you're in
song got to
Louisville,
be hard though. The song has to be hard.
yeah,
It can't.
exactly.
You can't
Because
just call it.
if you grew up in Louisville or you've been in Louisville for a while,
It's got to be classic.
you know what that means. You know, like the title of the
Yeah,
song. Like everybody knows Broadway, everybody knows Eastern Parkway and River Road.
River Road. Harlow did River Road too.
Right.
So it's like, and I feel like just with even them three songs, like we said, bro, like they all capture the right energy. Like don't just call it whatever just because. Like create with an intent and it'll happen. But also don't like try to make something happen. Just let it flow.
That's a good point. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can't push it too. I mean, you know you work hard, of course, but like you said
I wasn't
earlier.
even. To be honest, I wrote Broadway just for a fun fact. I wrote Broadway. Well, I came up with it in my head riding down Third Street, riding down Third Street. So it's like it
Interesting.
just hit me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
interesting.
The so you know these projects have been out now. 2020 rolls around and you've got your album Computed Emotion. I've got it pulled up right here. Can you
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about that and what that is? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I saw you on a podcast that I think was done at Huge Music Studios,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you were talking about it and it was gonna come out, and I saw you promoting for it, and then I listened to it when it came out, but I didn't hear anything else about it. Like what that just what's but tell us
Yeah,
about the album. Like what was the premise and
yeah. I'm gonna be real. A personal level, I was just kind of like in a space where I was just ready to get a lot of things over with. I knew that that project was gonna kind of, fulfill my duties with Substream, and as much as
oh
I,
yeah,
as much
yeah.
like, but yeah, but as much as I love the music on there, I was just really mentally in a space where like I knew I had to put it out. I knew I had to promote it, so much, but my energy, bro, just wasn't there. And that's a lot of like what I look back on. and put that energy into the music I've been creating now. Is just looking back at that whole moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was dealing with, a female that was toxic, and I'm talking about like heavily dealing with it. So, and then
Boo.
beyond that, this life was kind of catching up with me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you start
No.
to get, yeah, you start to get a little older, and you start to, like they say, bills, just
Mm.
being an adult. So, I don't know, like for real, like that's definitely on me though. I can't put it on nobody else. Like, I was just in a space where it was like, just get everything over with, try to clean the slate so you can breathe and just get back to being you.
Yeah.
Because like everything, I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, everything was taking me every different way. And it was just like, this is just something like that project at that point was just something, just, you know what I'm saying, not in the way, but something, like I said, just kind of in the way. Like,
Yeah.
just let me get this out the way, bro, because I can't even
Right.
focus, like for real. So,
So were
but
you
now we
just
good.
like the process of the making the album? You really just didn't enjoy it even. I mean, I'm sure you enjoyed
Nah,
it.
making it was cool. That's what I'm saying. Like I was making the project. I went out to Houston and made a couple songs. Like it was like
Oh,
a
that's cool.
6. I don't know how many months it took, but it wasn't like no quick. Like we just made all the songs. Like it was kind of stretched out, even
Oh
though it was
yeah.
a short project. The music, there's a lot of songs that didn't make it this cold. You know what I'm saying? I think I probably did like 15 or 20, and the project's only 6. So you can only imagine. But yeah, but nonetheless, though, I loved making it. You know what I'm saying? I always loved making music. It's just like the studio is the place you go to get away. You can't always, you know what I'm saying, once you get, leave the studio and get back out into real life, like, you know what I'm saying, all that other smoke and mirrors, like this rap shit, especially at my level right now, it's not like dreamy at every moment. So it's like when I be in the studio, yeah, it's time to get it in and have fun, but you know what I'm saying? At times you still gotta go to work. At times you still
Exactly.
gotta go, you feel me? Like, and
Yep.
then trying to balance, a female and a female that ain't trying to even cooperate with the motion. It's like, should be rocky. But I love making. I've always loved making music. I
Oh
don't care
yeah.
where I'm at. I don't
Now,
care where I'm at.
right, yeah. The you can't. I've been dealing with that recently, just learning how to like really like you there, like in terms of like it'll start to feel like work, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
like you always gotta love, or I always love making music, but it's just like you said, life gets in the way sometimes and things get stressful, and it's just something I guess you just gotta push through, but you never wanna forget obviously why you're doing
right.
what you do, and like you
Fact.
always gotta figure out a way to get back to loving it.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you the other day. Whenever we did the photos, just on the sidebar, like I was like, I just been getting back to just making what I want to hear and making what
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
to hear. Like
Okay,
a song like
exactly.
Broadway and all that. Like I hate to keep going back to those songs, but a song like Broadway, Dangerous,
Yeah.
even Match, like even the fun songs. It's like I didn't make them like everybody's gonna like this. I made
Yeah,
that like, damn, this is how I feel. This is
right.
what I want to hear. So it's like that's what I'm back to. But it's like then you got like we was talking about just the people around you who tell you like, yeah, that's hot, but that one might be just for you. You know what I'm saying? Because some
Right.
songs like what I mean when I say that, and I know you probably get it, but it's like when artists create, bro, everything's not to be put on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Or put
Mm-hmm.
on, I mean, you can use SoundCloud and have, try to be Russ and put out a song every week. But me, as much as I know I have the volume of music to be that and just be putting out music. I got the type of music is like a home cooked meal. Like you want to take your time with it. Like you might listen to the same song for a couple months, and then you know what I'm saying. Like I'm just learning how my consumers move and how my music hits.
There you
So
go. That's
everybody got to move at their own pace. Some people you want to hear a different song every day, but me, you know what I mean. You got to just
yeah.
play your game. Play your game.
Play. You gotta. There you go. You gotta play your game. So a couple
Yeah.
people in the chat. I want to get to these questions. Somebody, Craig mentioned your brand FNFE, and then he also talked. Say he said trip up to the palace. I do. I want to talk about your brand and the and your song Palace. But real quick, I just want to go back to the what you were saying about computed emotion, and you were on the label. Can you tell us about
Yeah.
your deal with them? You said it was a 10-song thing, or how did that work?
Yeah, like basically, like it wasn't no like 360 or anything crazy. It was just like
Well, that's
they
good.
wanted to link up, yeah, and just put together a project. But beyond that, like it was just a one project deal. We did that. And as far as business dealings go, I'm gonna leave it at that. But that's all it was. Just like a one project.
Okay.
Whatever we had to offer you on the promotional level or whatever, connections. Like I said, they sent me out to Houston to work with Fade and his producer Aaron. So like yeah, they was just kind of like putting me in their bag for a little bit, And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. I got what I got and they got what they needed and it's been love, you know what I'm saying? I still talk to Akeem is the main person I have dealings with, but it's love to the whole team there.
Oh, absolutely. Did you do you own those masters? Do you own your songs?
Nah, that's the only part of my catalog that I don't though. So
Hmm.
out of the, I don't know how many songs I got on platforms, but and that's kind of what made the deal good in my eyes too, was that I know that I already have a very substantial catalog out, and then the music I'm sitting on too, that's mixed, mastered, ready to go that I own, is just, you know, I'm waiting on the right chess pieces to be in order to move those. But all in all, like the percentage that I don't own ain't something I'm gonna miss. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's interesting. These are, I mean, these are like with artists, you know, especially with these big labels, you know, they don't, some of
Yeah.
these young artists be signing stuff and they don't, I mean, you already know, but like, you know, they don't know what they're signing and they don't own any of their music. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
don't, man. No, and I'm not gonna sit here in front. Like I was almost one of them guys, but that wasn't Substream or anything. Just in some other situations. But yeah, man, definitely. If I tell anybody, like even if it's like on an as needed basis, I'm not saying you gotta have the budget to keep somebody on retainer for, you know, thousands of dollars a month, but definitely at least know or be looking up some, you know, entertainment lawyers
Hmm.
that, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
could just at least pay for a consultation or just something
Yes.
just to build some type of relationship. Hell, you probably got, you know, someone in your family, to be honest, you know,
Right.
do some asking, because I'm very big on that. Like I got a big family. You know how black folks be. It's just I got a big family, so a lot of things that I'll be, you know, looking for as far as like business and just day to day goes, like I'm always digging through my or calling my mom, like, yo, doesn't, you know, Uncle something, you know, like trust me,
Right.
bro, you probably got somebody right in your corner. So keep that ready though.
Absolutely. Invest, you know, invest in that, you know, taking a little more time to get someone to look at your contract. You know, those are just, you know, things that, did you, what was your, yo, can you hear me, Braxton? Uh-oh. Yeah, this internet down here is, it looks like the stream is back up. I'm going to knock on wood on that one because it was, I apologize for that. I know it might be a little choppy. Call fan, let me call him back. There we go. You good? Can you hear
I'm
me?
good.
Yeah. All right. So, what were we saying? What
I
did
don't
you
know
say?
what happened.
Nah, nah, that's
It
cool.
was saying poor connection for the longest though. So I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
you can hear me.
there's something going on with our Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, about the labels and stuff. We'll move on. I just wanted to ask you
Get a
about kind of,
lawyer if they come with a contract. Moral of the story.
what'd you say?
I said get a lawyer if
Yes,
they
okay.
ever come with a contract. That
Did
was the
you,
moral
when
of
you
my
got
story.
your, what was your contract with Substream like? Did you get a lawyer?
Yeah, I actually did. Like I said, I got a cousin, graduated with a bar, entertainment lawyer. And
Hmm.
yeah, dude, I had him look over it, but I'll keep it a buck. Like the contract, mine wasn't very long. It was like 2 pages because it was very cut and dry. Like I said, it was ten songs. We put out 4 singles, 6 on the EP. You know, the rest was the rest, and you know, it was kind of on and popping. So, and that's another thing too. Like, I feel like, and I've always been kind of like, whenever it comes to like contracts and just anybody, it's like if the terms are supposed to be simple, then the contract shouldn't be no 100 pages. If the
It's just all
contract
that
looks
legal
like a
jargon,
Bible,
man. Is
yeah, I'm like, if the contract looks like, you know what I'm saying, something's going on 9 times out of 10. That's my, you know what I mean. So,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just my thumb. That's my rule of thumb.
Right. Cool, cool. Sweet, man. So let's you know, aside from all the technical stuff, your new single Palace is exclusively on
Yeah.
SoundCloud, correct?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely the whole thing with Palace. This is putting it on SoundCloud right now. Just cause like I don't know, I just really wasn't ready to put it out on a monetized platform because I know that I want to get a video ready for it, which we shooting at the top
Definitely.
of next month. There's
Shoot it
just a
at the
lot of
Palace.
things that there's just a lot of things that I want to do, and but yeah, we put it on SoundCloud because at the end of the day, SoundCloud still has a really big listener base, and I do have a solid following on there and a lot of my music, you know what I'm saying, whenever I was putting out my earlier projects, that's how I was putting it out. I test it out, you know what I'm saying, on SoundCloud. If it goes up or it's doing what I think it should do, and that's how we know, all right, then let's get these same streams on, you know, Apple Music or on Spotify. So in
Yeah.
I'm back with my old management team now.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, my homie Russ at Be True Entertainment, and he's really helping me get the whole marketing strategy and plan ready behind that because that's pretty much probably gonna be like my only single for this year, just because, like I said, I really wanted to take time. We really been structuring out just like a brand narrative, like you mentioned, my For Now and Forever brand that I just put together. There's just a lot going on right now, and I'm really trying to just get everything how and where it needs to be. Because once I put my foot on the gas, I don't want to have to ever take it off again. Like I kind of feel
There
like
you
I'm at a
go.
phase. Yeah, I'm kind of at a phase in my whole thing with this where I've been through what I think I needed to know what I need to do to get to where I'm trying to go.
There you
So
go.
that's where
I
we at.
like that.
Yeah,
That was
straight
that
up.
was a mouthful, but that makes sense.
And yeah, it was. I ain't even mean to put that together like that, but that's really like where I'm at with it. It's like
You're an
you kind of
artist.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we do.
Well, cool, man. So tell us about the song. You know, you're saying. Let's take a trip up to the palace. Like, what's the?
Yeah, I put it on yeah, the whole vibe behind Palace. It's really like a metaphor. Of course, like I'm from Louisville, so I knew like Palace and Louisville kind of had some type of like, mental correlation. But really, the song itself was just created off just like a metaphor going somewhere where like, you can let go of just like all your like vulnerabilities, just kind of
Mm-hmm.
be you and not really worry about who's looking, no cameras, just and whatever. Like I think I put it on Facebook. I was like, the palace, that song is just a metaphor for a place where you go to embrace the good, the bad, the ugly, love, lust, and everything, that goes on the in between of that. So it's like,
Right.
I don't know, I put all that energy into a hype ass song. And like if you heard the song, like the lyrics get kind of explicit, a little more explicit than kind of my past records, but that's also kind of just like a tip of where I kind of been and what I've been through. Like I was telling you, like last year, I feel like I went through one of the darkest moments, of my life, just kind of dealing with, just the wrong type of people in a lot of different ways. And that, on top of just other things, just kind of put me in a space where I was like, I got to get this shit out. But I also kind of taught me and, made my skin a little bit thicker and kind of opened my eyes a little bit more to the real world. And the real world ain't always pretty. So I was like, I'm gonna have to start saying some of the shit I feel too that might not be as pretty. So
Mm-hmm.
Palace was where all that came together. And so far, man, like the feedback from just like my close circle and like core base has been love. Like for real. I just know people are wanting I know my fans want a lot more from me, but they also understand that I'm a quality freak. But come next month, bro, that's when video coming, some more merch coming, just a lot of dope shit. So they about to get everything they looking for.
Yeah. Cool, man. Now, did you have any tours or shows that were coming up? Obviously, Corona is messing
Not
with us, but
I don't have anything locked in hard on the calendar. I ain't even been looking for much with Corona going on. And just to be real, I've been in the process of building my own studio here in the city. We've been getting a creative
yes,
space together,
yes.
ready
Talk
at the
about that.
Melwood Art Center. Yeah. So yeah, we got the Hub 502. We want to have that ready by the end of next month. But it's basically a multi-studio. We're leasing out the space at the Melwood Art Center, and it's gonna be where I start kind of doing just the majority of, like I said, like my tracking out, my recording. We're gonna be booking sessions there. We're gonna have a station there for video editing. We're trying to do just a little something to give back, just to the city, give people somewhere else to go. Especially if you're working on, a budget of any kind and you're not really looking to spend an arm and a leg. We trying to
Right.
kind of provide that perfect middle ground between the top of the line, because there's definitely some top of the line places that you can go here in the city, but we also, what I'm saying, we know that there's people out there who are just getting started, may need to kind of just learn how to get comfortable in the studio environment. So we kind of trying to,
That's good.
serve that like big, kind of like that big brother role with it. But yeah, that'll be ready at the end of the month. And then on top of that, just getting my brand ready. I'm really big on just like lifestyle, luxury type of, just things when it comes to just life and my personal taste. So with my brand For Now and Forever, I just got the LLC for that about 2 months ago. And I've been real
Congratulations.
quiet with it because what I'm saying, I'm just, I'm trying to put it all together. I want to have a really big like, grand opening where once things open back up, I find somewhere here in the city to just invite out all my day ones, have some merch there just for like advertising for purchase, cater, bring out some food, couple DJs, just do the damn thing. But I want to do it right. So, it's all money in until then.
Yeah. Now, so you have a website with all of your merch on it, right?
Well, yeah, the merch will be up at the end of this week as far as the digital merch store. But to be honest, the BRXTN merch that is available and will be available on the website is going to be completely separate and different from the For Now and Forever merch. Like with For Now and Forever, that's strictly the label and the lifestyle brand. So that's gonna be bigger than me. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
that's what I want people to just wear because they rock with the movement, they like the message, they like the meaning. But yeah, the online store will be up on Friday. We've been in the midst of updating products, getting a whole different fall collection ready, just doing it right. We know it's about to be hoodie season, so we just been getting everything ready and in motion. But that'll be up Friday. Gonna be running some promos, so keep an eye on my Instagram page. But I'll be sure to get you some of that merch too, bro. I'm gonna need to get your size for sure,
Yes,
a
dude.
hoodie or something.
Absolutely. I'd love to rep.
Yeah, I definitely gotta put you in something.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm trying to get some merch for this podcast. I need to know where to get started
Oh
on.
yeah, bro. We're gonna wrap after this then, bro. For
Yeah,
sure.
for
There's
sure.
plenty of places. I got you.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, so the For Now and Forever. What does that mean?
Yeah, all right, so for now and forever. For now and forever is basically just for me what it means is I feel like anything in life that, has substance or has any sense of meaning, whether it's, your music, the philosophies you buy into, the brands you like. It's like it has something about it that makes you love it for now, for this moment. Something made you stop and want it right now, but it makes you want to cherish it like forever too. Like that favorite hoodie that you got whenever you was
Right.
like 12 and you wore that bitch as long as you could
Yeah.
because there was just something about that
Never
hoodie. Like
washed it. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's just something about those type of things in life, those type of songs in life, those type of cars, like just anything, bro. It's just a certain theme and a certain like principle that like I take into everything that I do. Like I said, the music that I create, I try to keep it timeless because I want it to be hot for now, but I want you to go to it 5 years from now and listen to it like it's for now and forever. Like this is something that just means a lot in a very quick phrase, and I feel like it represents me, how I move, what I believe in, my whole just kind of like approach. It's my philosophy. It's like really my brand. That's why I had to go get the LLC because it was like something that I believed in. Like, okay, this is the one. Like I've been looking for all kind of different crew names. I've been sat down with the homies multiple times, smoking weed, trying to come up with the best name, and that
Yeah.
just kind of came to me. And then also though, to really correlate it to me, my first project was called the Finale EP. So I was like leading it off with for now and just making it like a lifestyle brand, fly clothes.
Nice.
I want to let that be like my like Sean John, like cologne one day. Like I got a lot of big visions. So music is just like I said, that's just my thing to get through the door. But once they give me some money, we're going crazy.
Yeah, dude. Cool. It's pretty great. So the
Yeah.
merch for For Now and Forever is going to be on a different website than your.
Yeah, man, I definitely want to run it separately. Like I'll probably
That makes
cross
sense.
promote. Yeah, I'll probably definitely cross promote. So like we'll definitely set it up to where, on the F&F page, you can get straight over to, the music page. But I really want to use like this is going to be the brand where I also get a lot of just, different creatives involved from,
Yeah.
shooting little commercials with the merch, linking up with different models who are looking to build a portfolio because I don't know. I'm just all about everything being as legit as possible. So it's
Right.
like I wanted to go and get the LLC so I can really go to people like this ain't no just let's hop on Instagram shit. Like I'm gonna publish this on a real website. I got people behind me who know how to get the website to a level of recognition and exposure to where once I do my job on the ground, bro, motherfuckers is gonna be googling this and looking for this. So I'm just looking for everybody who wants to get involved. You've been trying to model, you've been trying to act, you've been trying to whatever, be a brand ambassador just because you are a cool guy that gets mad views on his, Instagram story. Like, tap in with us because I just want everybody to be involved and understand like it's bigger than me. Now, the music shit, that's me. I'm going to have my face all over that. But the brand, I'm going to let that be what it is.
Hmm. That makes sense. Now, I think you might have said this earlier, but the studio space at Melwood, are you connecting the F and FE with that studio space?
Yeah, definitely. Like it ain't gonna be like it's not gonna be something that I just outright claim because I am sharing that space with three other business partners who are my homies. So that's why we're calling it the Hub 502. But we're definitely going to have a lot of brand awareness for FNF in there. We're still in like the workshop phases with the studio right now. Like we just finished putting up like some real clean like plywood, just like finishing off a lot of stuff. We got to paint, clean, then do like
Yeah.
last bit of painting, and then like I said, we'll be ready by like probably the end of October. But yeah, the FNF logo is going to be in there. That's where I'll be 9 times out of 10 when it comes to just tracking out when I am in Louisville. Because
Right.
now that things are starting to open back up, I'm definitely about to get back to just traveling around a little bit more. I've been dying to get down I've been dying to get down to Atlanta. So that's
Yeah,
really the next
same.
place I
Yeah.
got my eye on. Probably like sometime early next month. I'll probably try to get down there for a weekend, tap in with a couple studios or at least a studio just to shake some hands and network, just show people what I'm on down that way. But yeah, man, I'm just a lot of my energy right now is going into setting the foundation because 2021, I just want to be like AK-47 level, like just ready. So just
Right.
taking my time.
So for the people that are in the chat, some of my friends are in the chat. One of them lives in Florida and the other one lives in Tennessee. I've got a
Shout out to
picture.
Florida. My mom's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I've got a picture of the Melwood Arts Center, their like video just kind of on their homepage, just showing like that
Yeah,
whole. It's an amazing space. It's like a
yeah.
total event area. And how did you get that
Yeah,
space
there's a
there?
lot that goes on. To be honest, it wasn't that difficult. Really, it wasn't me that did all the, what I'm saying, paperwork or facilitating. It was one of the homies. But yeah, you just call up there and they typically have, it's such a big place. They have so many units and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Typically not hard to find what you're looking for.
yeah,
And their
yeah.
rates,
I
yeah, and
went
their
to my
rates are
cousin got
crazy.
married or had a reception there,
Yeah, they had one the other day when I was
something like that.
finishing up some stuff at the studio. So, and the rates are normally crazy. Like I'll be honest, like the overhead for our studio is like, I mean, y'all can do the math. It's like 250, and we splitting it 4 ways,
That's like,
and
yeah, that's
we
what we said.
haven't
It's
even
like
started booking.
75. Yeah, that's
So
not.
once you start booking sessions, and what I mean, you don't
Mm-hmm.
even gotta have
Mm-hmm.
that. You don't even need a lot of clientele to break even. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing it's about. Like we ain't trying to run no nonprofit. We trying to make money with everything we do. But it was just something that we saw that like, look, even at bare minimum, we ain't even got to keep this thing sold out to just make it to where we got somewhere to come and
Yeah,
create
and yeah,
away from the
exactly.
house. And it's
Definitely
free for
affordable.
it's free for us. So it's like,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's love. It's love.
cool, man. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
to my cousin got married there, or it was either I can't remember if they got married there or they at least had their reception there. I've been to in my other cousin actually had their reception there. It's a nice
Yeah, no, it's a nice space, bro. It's a
yeah.
nice space for a lot of different things.
Like you said, you really there's no way you can't find something for a venue at this point. I mean, it's like it's just a dope little area, man.
Facts, facts.
Sweet, man. So when are y'all expecting to open?
Like I said, man, like right now, we all we really need to do is like two more sweeps of paint. But
Mm,
everybody's still working as far as like so the work's been going on like in gaps. But yeah, like right now the way it's realistically set up, we should be ready by the middle of October. That's when I'll
yeah,
be in there, like at least cutting records. We got everything laid out as far as the furniture we want to put in there. We got all of the wires and stuff, hung, ready to go in. So it's just a matter of getting kind of like, all the dust out, paint and polish and getting it popping. But yeah, about the middle of October, bro, the Hub 502 will be open. We'll have a full website up. We'll have
awesome.
everything real like user friendly because we're gonna take a real digital first approach as far as just promotion and how we're gonna be trying to, bring people in and out. Keep everything tight from the jump. I don't want it. I want them to know it's a place of business. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, yeah. So my buddy Bishop in Tennessee, he needs a link for your merch, man. If you send that to me,
Definitely. Hey, tell them it's coming soon. Like I was
yeah,
just saying earlier, we're literally just like updating the link. I do a lot of my own graphic like design work, so there's a couple things that I'm finishing up just with like designs, but I got a whole fall collection. It should be up by Friday, but I'm trying to have it up sooner, bro. But as soon as I get it, even on some personal tip, I'll send it to Kev just so anybody that's really interested that he knows is tuned in right now wants
yeah,
it. I'll make sure Lush Louisville gets it to you. But it's
most
gonna be
definitely
lit, man. Hoodie season, man. I want everybody at least grab you a hoodie. I got some crazy designs coming for you.
for sure. Your buddy in the chat, Stephen Boulay, says
Yeah,
much love,
Steven
Brax.
Bola, bro. That's my dog, man. That's my homie. Yeah, I told him to tune in, man. What up, Steve? Shout
Yeah,
out
I
to the
think I
boy. He
remember
got
him. Was he around 400 with you?
yeah, bro. He's man. If you know me, bro, Steve ain't normally not around.
Yeah, I
So
remember. He was at Matt's too, wasn't he?
yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
remember
Like
him. Yeah.
Steve was like, yeah, that's like the dog. But he got some music coming soon too. He about to get, I think he's really wanting to get overall involved with the For Now Forever like whole movement. But I told him, bro, you gotta put out some songs. Let me see if you're gonna take it serious. But he's
Hmm.
definitely talented. He's a really underrated songwriter, but he ain't got no workout yet. So I told him, bro, realistically, you gotta build that resume. But hey, that's my dog though. Look out for his new single coming soon. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
There you go. So it sounds like you're after talking about all that, you're an artist and you've got some other business oriented, business mindset passions and other things beside music that you're into. But then relating,
Yeah.
you're opening a studio.
Right.
What are some other? Are there any other business? I just remember you told me when we were taking photos, you were like, "I'm just trying to have a business mind."
Yeah,
Like,
nah, I'm not trying to have a business mind. That's what I've learned about myself is that I do have a very business oriented mind. Like
mm,
even when it comes to just the creative process with the music, now it's like I was saying, like I don't want to invest too much time, money, attention on nothing that's not going to be a marketable product that can go from here to consumer and bring back a profit. Like, not saying everything I do is driven off just let's get some money, but like, why am I going to put out a song that's not going to do the maximum? Why am I going to invest
yeah,
in anything that's not going to bring me back the maximum or enrich me in a way that's making something else more convenient? So invest in the studio, provide a service for people, and
hmm,
then take out having to pay $120 to $500 every time I want to record. Like little things like that. But nah, there's not anything else that like I'm officially into other than right now my company for now and forever, my business, which is over at the studio right now, and then what I'm saying, just working and being an artist. Like that's where
yeah,
I'm at right now. But I eventually want to get into fitness, just the whole fitness world, health and wellness, just
yeah,
as a
yeah.
whole. I've really added that to my bag, like on my Instagram and stuff. Like on my story, you can catch me like all the time lifting. Like I'm about to train for like a prize fight and running. Like
Oh,
I've
really?
always been active, but yeah, man, like I really just started taking, that mind, body, and soul approach to everything I do. And yeah, who knows what all I'll get into, but I definitely got my eyes on like my little seven streams of income to being a millionaire.
Yeah, making
Yeah.
revenue off of multiple streams is that's I've really ever since I graduated college like started learning more about like marketing and business
Yeah,
things like
dude.
that. It's inspiring,
That's the
really.
whole game, yeah.
You know.
That's the whole game, bro. Marketing. I mean, you got to make a dope product, but it's all about how you get it to the people, bro. That's 90%.
It's a whole nother discussion. You're right though. It is exactly how you get it to the people.
Facts.
So, all right, biggest question that I have here on the show. You're at the end of the day, you're an artist, but part of something, that you do. So, the creative scene here in Louisville, what is your like I don't even know. The question I said, what have you realized about the creative scene in Louisville recently and in the past? But more just
Yeah.
like, what are some things that have really stuck out to you, good and bad, in Louisville?
Uh, I mean, I'll start with the positives. The positives is there's a lot of talent, but there's just like a lot of talent that's starting to move in a way that is positive. And as far as when I say that, I mean like they're moving in a way that's making Louisville look more like, okay, this might be a serious place to take heed of. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
beyond the Bryson Tillers and Jack Harlow's, and even now like the ESTGs, if anybody's bumping him, like as far as like who's tapped into your audience, like he's also someone that's been bubbling up. Like there's just a lot of artists who are starting to just either like make like industry contact or they're moving around in a way that like you can just see like if you're LinkedIn, like what I'm saying, they got people paying attention. So there's definitely a lot of talent that's starting to like move more like serious artists, which is making Louisville look more serious. Uh, on the downside, I mean, like I said earlier, I think just like business savvy, people really like networking in a way that's creating a scene versus the scene being so. Because there's a lot of like, I feel like the scene can feel segregated at times. Like
Yeah,
sometimes it's like you feel like there's this that goes on over here, and then there's that that goes on over there.
that's
And I feel
interesting.
like if everybody figured out how to kind of just blend vibes and curate more on a level that, includes just the city. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna have like your 25 and up shit, your college stuff, your grown and sexy stuff as far as like your age groups and how you target
Yeah,
your audiences overall. But
yeah.
still though, just having just a more of a sense of community. Because if I mean I've never been to Atlanta, but I watch so much content on YouTube and all that. Like they say places like Atlanta, like everybody works together.
Oh, you've
You
never
know what
been
I'm
to
saying?
Atlanta?
No, I mean I've been once. I shot a video with someone there, but it was like one of them. I'm talking about we drove to Atlanta, bro. Shot the video
And
and
then drove
drove.
back. Yeah, yeah.
Like I ain't even see the city. We was in some old off side. I don't even know where we was at, bro. But yeah, it was like it doesn't count. I haven't been to Atlanta. I ain't ate no food. I ain't
Yeah.
went to no strip club. None of that. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay.
saying? I ain't
You
did
ain't been to a
nothing.
strip club and you ain't been to Atlanta. No, I'm just
Nah,
playing.
yeah, for real. So that's
But
what I hear. We're gonna see.
yeah, no, I've been through Atlanta. I did a show in Atlanta with an artist I was working with back at school
Yeah.
once, and then
Okay.
I did. I think I've driven through Atlanta going to the beach a couple times, but then
Yeah.
there was one other time I was there. I cannot remember what it was for,
So I'm
but
saying, bro, if you can't remember, it's gotta be you gotta go back where it's
right, like I'm
unforgettable.
trying to there's people I want to meet up. I'm trying to meet up with David Lee at his
Yeah.
studio.
Oh
You
yeah, D
know,
Lee. Shout out D Lee,
yeah,
man. That's
yeah.
my dog. Yeah, we got some songs that
Bro, I
he's
used to
mixed
sit. I used to
anyway.
sit next to him while he was
Oh
recording you.
yeah, he's low key. I ain't gonna say low key. I say low key because he's like how humble he is. You know David Lee, but like he's really like a goat. I ain't gonna say low key. Like
Yeah,
he's
no, he
really a
goes crazy.
goat.
That's why he went to Atlanta, bro. They called him and they were like,
Immediately, he was out like
21
the wind
Savages.
too.
Yeah,
He ain't waste no time.
yeah, his mentor who records a lot of 21 Savage, or at least he did, called him
Yeah,
and he was like, David Lee was my third guest on the show, and he was like, he
yeah.
called
You
me and
gonna
he
have to
was like,
timestamp this and send it to him, bro.
yeah,
Cause that's my
exactly.
dog. That's my dog. He
Yeah.
deserves a quick shout out anyway. He don't get talked about enough, bro. I guess that's another thing, bro. I'm gonna be transparent. I think that's another thing I don't necessarily like overall, just about like the overall scene right now. Is that it seems so like political, bro. Like I said, there's so much talent here, but it's like you got your certain people that kind of. I mean, I ain't saying certain people. You could just kind of tell, like you got certain platforms, certain people, certain things that kind of seem like they get held to a higher like regard. When at the end of the day, bro, I be seeing so much dope shit, hearing so much dope shit. It's just like, bro, it's the whole scene, man. Like
Hmm.
somebody got to come down here with a good video camera and just really like hop around about 10, 15 different artists and just really see like what's really going on, bro. Because you get 15 different perspectives and everything will be crazy. Like that's what type of city Louisville is. Like you can have 15 dope artists and they all be completely different and all be just as capable of going wherever they want in this world and
Yeah.
getting a bag.
Yeah, the
And
talent
that's
here is
no
abundant,
lie.
man. Who
Up
who's shoot
on it.
who's shooting your videos? Is it Roman?
Roman will always get some type of camera time with me, but I'm about to work with this dude named Mundo Productions on Palace.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
dope. And then John, I don't want to mess up John's last name, but he shot me for whenever I was with Substream, and he's dope. I didn't necessarily. I wish we could have did more with the visual we got to link for, but he's super sick. I love John. But really, bro, just whoever. Sniper shot this Loafers and Suitcases joint in Mark De Niro. Me and Mark De Niro did. That one was crazy. But really, bro, like I'm just all about more so the creativity more than like who's necessarily shooting it. Like at this point with my videos, especially moving forward, bro, I'm so inspired by like the Kanye's and Travis Scott's and people like that when it comes to visual
Mm.
that the videos I'm wanting to shoot, like I had to get humbled last month. Like the videos I be trying to shoot be like, yo, crawl before you walk, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just like I said, and that's why I told you earlier, like I'm really taking my time, like one thing at a time. But it's not to say we're not going. That's why I'm going to Mundo. Like he's
Yeah. I've heard
dope. He
about
can
him.
work within my budget, but you know, we gonna unlock that level of video. Because if I do that now, if I go and get together 10,000 for a video this time, I'm gonna have to do it every time. So let me just, let me just like like inch it towards them and give them the full cake. When I
Yeah,
got the full cake. So just being like realistic. You know what I mean? But it's
yeah.
still gonna be dope. I don't ever lack.
Yeah, I've heard about that kid Mundo Productions. I don't know much about him, and I've also heard about Flacco Productions. I know he gets a lot of work, and
Yeah.
also Frost, man. You know Tyler from
Frost is dope.
yeah,
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Just like I said, there's so many people in Louisville. Frost is somebody. Every time I see him, I'm like, bro, I got to get with you.
yeah,
But then I don't see him a lot, and he's so he's quiet anyway.
yeah.
Like
He is, but
Frost
he's
just
good,
be
man.
like,
He's
but he's
good with
dope. Yeah,
yeah.
he's dope. Everything I've ever seen from him, that's like he'll show me something he's working on. I'm like, damn, bro, I need to get with you. Like,
He
and
yeah.
he will ball on the budget too. Like he's about his money, but he'll fuck with you. So it's like I said, there's people out here getting it.
Yeah, he's shot some photos for me and my guests on this show because I know he got videos on World Star, man, and he does good
Yeah.
photos too. You know.
But I mean, see, but that's all about too, though. That's all about working with artists that's gonna put a bag behind their music. Like World Star is one of them platforms. Like, I mean, yeah, you can get just picked up by a submission, but that's an investment. Like, I call
Right.
it an investment. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good whenever somebody like Frost can at least for being the dude that'll work with anybody or will offer his services and meet you in the middle to get put on platforms like that. Like it makes it worth it because who knows who might call him one day just off seeing that from who knows where. Like that's love.
Yeah, dude. Definitely.
So yeah. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie though. It's
You gotta go.
4:12 in Kentucky at 4:30. Yeah,
I
I'm about
got
to
you.
say
I
we
got you.
gonna have
Let
to
me.
close soon.
I just got this one. I feel you. Just got this one last question.
Oh yeah, now you good.
In 5 years, where do you see Louisville's artistic and creative scene? Even 10 years. It's a
I
hard
see
question.
it. It's a hard question because for a guy like me, because this is what I sit and talk to my dogs about. So I'm gonna give you like just straightforward, clean cut, like honest though. Like I see Louisville being nowhere. I ain't gonna say a LA, but I definitely
Yeah.
see it being like Louisville finally. Like right now, Louisville's on the radar for the Breonna Taylor thing going on.
Yeah.
Like let's take a moment, let's take a step out of music right now. Louisville has been on the map and all over the news for a lot of just I feel like the wrong things, but at the same time lately it's been, righteous in its own right. But yeah, all in
Yeah.
all though, from just all the eyes that are on it, with Bryson Tiller, with Jack Harlow, with ESTG, with just even all the way back to the Static, all the way back to just everything. I feel like Louisville has been destined for that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're gonna have a lot of people sharpen up when it comes to just how they run in their own. Because I know there's a lot of other like labels out here. Just I know my homie PJ Gifted. He's a dope artist. I got music with. He's got his own label and things that he does. Like I think everybody's gonna just kind of really see that they can do it on their own and kind of like
Mm-hmm.
start kind of like linking up. You know what I'm saying? And getting a little sharper on that business side because all the talent's here. It's just about the
Absolutely.
promoters, the DJs, and then you know what I'm saying the creatives being on the same page enough to provide experiences that show the value. So I think Louisville could be heavily talked about for all the right reasons versus wrong. You know what I'm saying? The next 5 to 10 years, and I think that we could be thriving on the creative level if everybody just learns that everybody can eat
Yeah.
for
Can't
real.
be
You know
nickel and
what I'm
diming
saying?
people.
Not
Yeah.
at all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to eat and everybody can eat. And if the money's going in a circle and cycling versus paying everybody from everywhere else, then everybody's just like shit. It's all coming right back. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro.
So yeah.
Real talk, man. Well, yo, Braxton, it's been an honor and a pleasure having you on here, bro. Been a lot of
Nah,
fun
man,
to
it's been an honor knowing you, bro. We known each other
yeah.
for years now, and I know time goes by, but we don't chop it up much, bro. But it's always love whenever we do, whether it's on some music or
Yeah.
just life, bro. You a real one, Kev, and yeah, you always got a homie over here.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Same. And let me know if y'all need some audio help with the at your studio, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
what you're
nah, bro. I would. You know what, bro? That's something to talk about because I'm not an engineer,
huh?
and like I said, right now we've been so worried about just getting things in operation that you know what? If you need some we could talk.
Yeah, for
We could
sure.
talk
Or
and give
even
me
just
some
like help you
research.
getting it set up. I don't know what your equipment's like or what y'all
Yeah,
running, but
nah, yeah, nah, bro. You can pull up to it, man. I'm gonna be over there. We can like arrange a day this week or whenever you got some free time. I know, you know what I'm saying, you be busy and doing your
right, right.
thing, but we can set up a day. Like it's only gonna be, progressing over this week, but you can pull up, bro, see what we working with, and yeah, but we running everything. Like as far as like hardware, we got the Apollo Twin X.
Okay.
We running like Waves bundle, Pro Tools.
Yeah.
We standard, you know what I'm saying. We ready to work, but we can use your expertise. And you put in that time, and you got the background. So I don't know it all. So pull up.
Bet, man. So
Okay,
guys,
man.
with Braxton, you guys follow him on, his Instagram's pulled up here is just oh whoops.
BRXTN official.
Yeah. Let me pull that
That's
back
all
up.
it is. It ain't changed.
BRXTN official. Give him a follow. Watch for his music. Watch for his his studio coming, and just keep up with him. And what, you got a Twitter or something?
Yeah,
You
but the
got a
Twitter is
TikTok?
forever. Yeah, it's forever BRXTN. I
For,
just made the Twitter. I don't mess with Twitter though. So like
yeah, me
I
neither.
run I personally run Twitter like a robot's running it. Like I post a picture, I might say like some goofy shit on a random
Yeah,
Wednesday. But you can follow me there if you want. But Instagram's my bread and butter. Facebook, I like Facebook, whatever. And my website is really where I want you to go. BRXTNmusic.com. So holla at me.
cool, man. Yeah. So, Braxton, any last words to the people?
Go Stream Palace exclusively on SoundCloud.
Yep.
That'll be on monetized platforms in October, sometime around Halloween. So while y'all getting lit with y'all little cute costumes on, y'all can get it
Yeah.
popping. Shout out to Lush Louisville. Shout out to all my homies that took the
Appreciate
time to
it.
tune in for a little bit. And y'all be safe out here, mask up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just be safe.
Absolutely, bro. Well, Braxton, I appreciate you. You be safe too, and keep in touch, bro.
All right, one love, bro.
Another classic show, bro. Be safe.
Always good.
All right. Wow, what a great episode. Great episode. Yeah, we got some more here from my man Trevor. But yeah, so y'all stay up with Braxton, man. He's got some big things going. I've known him for a while. And again, I apologize for the stream. I know it's chopping up. Seems a little bit, probably people are viewing it. The video will be posted, the edited version, and it won't be choppy, but I know that's annoying. I think I need to get like an Ethernet cable or something. But so I apologize for that. But other than that, guys, we'll be back next week for episode 17. As of right now, I've got an actor from New York. Well, she's from Louisville, but she went to school in New York, and she went to high school with me, so we'll see about that. But yeah, other than that, shout out to Trevor. Give him a follow on IG at tlanky. I'm trying to think of what else. I think that was pretty much all I had. Another great interview. A lot of fun. Always good to chop it up with Braxton and talk, artist, music stuff. So yeah, guys, everybody be safe this week. Comment, subscribe, follow the Twitch. It's all lowercase, one word, Lush Louisville. And actually, let me pull that Twitch up real quick. Yeah. Follow the Twitch, Lush Louisville. So other than that, guys, I'm out. It's been good to be back. We'll be back next week. Appreciate y'all.